These are the harsh realities. Have you ever heard of this one famous phrase, don't judge the book by its covers? And it seemed like a total wisdom words. Don't judge the book by its cover. But in reality, I totally disagree with this. I totally object this. Because of what? Because we are human beings. We tend to judge the book by its cover. When you went for dating, maybe 10 years ago, and you saw your wife first time, you're totally mesmerized with it. Because of what? Because of her appearance, because of the way she dressed, the way she make up, the way she do her hair, actually mesmerize you, that you're thinking that she's the one, and you get married. And why is that? It's because you judge the book by its cover. You judge things based on their appearance. So if you want to develop your own personal brand in an authentic, original, and simple way, you need to judge the book by its cover. You need to think of your viewers. You need to think of your future audience, your ICP. And by saying so, it means that you need to think how you want to dress, right? So here comes the fact that these are actually the things that will hinder you the most. I'll be honest with you, this is the thing that will hinder you the most. And this is also the thing that actually hinder my progress as well. Because when I first started, back in 2022, so now it's actually nearing 2026, almost 4 years ago. I'm so afraid of this because I so deeply object with this phrase, don't judge the book by its covers. And actually I'm thinking about all the marketing experts are focusing on the packaging, on their appearance, on the personalities, but I'm nowhere near that bar, I'm nobody. I'm not Imam Ghazi, I'm not Ali Abdal, I'm too far from Alex Hormozi, Alexia, Savagenovia, Rob the Maritime. I'm too far from all those guys and girls. Hence, I make the effort into faceless YouTube content. But until the start of 2025, then I learned that I need to change. I need to challenge myself. Because at the end of the day, I think in myself as the viewers. I want to connect with those creators outside there. I want to connect with those YouTube gurus. I want just to speak with them directly. I want to have the access to all the knowledge and the access to be one-to-one. So in order to do that, I developed my own personal brand. And here I am. Today is day 12 of my 30-day challenge series of speaking to the camera to improve my ideas and the way that I articulate my ideas and the way that I'm communicating with you so that I can become a better communicator and build up my own personal brand that feel authentic, original yet simple. And when I say simple, I'm focusing more on doing it all in one takes because I don't want to spend a lot of time just to edit those videos like what I did in my faceless YouTube channel. And I just want to tell you that when I so object with the phrase don't judge the book by its covers, and it's hinder my growth and hinder my authenticity because I want to replicate the success people. I want to replicate the celebrities. I want to be famous. Hence, I think that I need to be more handsome, more charismatic, instead of just wear these clothes, I need to wear fancy clothes. I need to dress up, make up. But suddenly I think that it's not simple. It's not simple. Yet, I also think that I'm just connecting with my friends. And my friends are just so simple. They're not dressed up. They're not aspire to be Iman Ghazi. And the way that they dress actually very simple. Hence, this is the person that I can connect with. And because of that, I also wear these clothes. They're very simple for you to watch. Even though I know that it's not going to make it's not going to be the same as Alex Hormozi or Iman Ghazi, but this actually will make things progress, and progress matters. Like if you keep procrastinating about these things, you will never start. So in order for you to start, you need to make it as simple as possible. And when you know that simple work, then you can become as authentic, original as possible, as humanly possible in front of your cameras. And based on this challenge, I also learned about a lot of things. I learned about all of these YouTube videos and YouTube gurus are telling you the opposite things, the things that you want to hear the most, the thing that contradicting belief. And these are the things that actually getting views. But this is not the brand that I want. I want an honest, transparent brand that helping people to build up their own personal brand, even though they are introverts. I want them to have the success in building up their own authentic personal brand, in simple way. But if I just tell you about those things that can go viral, it actually will defeat my whole brand purpose. Like, I want to honestly help you, but if I just do the things that getting viral, like do this one hack just to get virality, you just need to on this button and you'll get more impression for YouTube. And this is the way that you need to talk in front of cameras so that you can be more visible. I don't want to do that. But I just want to have an honest, transparent with you and able to connect with you so that we can build human connections. In the world of AI, where everything is on ChatGPT, you can just turn on the phone and say, ChatGPT, how can I create my own personal brand? And ChatGPT will say, okay, these are the steps that you need to take. Right? Okay, the first step is that you need to create content, you need to outline everything. But ChatGPT is just an AI. The AI that actually have its own knowledge based on all the data available on the internet. But what it doesn't have, actually the brain, the mind, the experience. And this build up as your authentic personal brand. And you need to think of the futures. You need to think about the futures that even though packaging is very important, but you need to refrain your packaging. You need to design your packaging to be able to connect with your audience, right? If you packaging, if you way you dress up, the way you come out to cameras, the proper studio that you need to have, it's really hindering your progress and don't make you start at all. So it's going to be a lot of losing side instead of more benefits. So you need to look into the cost and benefit. And to me, actually, just first starting out, just I in the parking lot. Just imagine I in the parking lot. But I don't care. I just want to start. And eventually, if I think that I need to change my venue, then I will change it. Otherwise, I feel more comfortable around here. I can talk with you. I can connect with you. That's the most important thing for me. And when you are introverts, you tend to find places like this, just for you to talk and express your emotions and your feelings, right? If you go to the crowd place where eventually you need to, just like I also need to charge myself to talk in front of publics, but I think it's not time. The time is that you first need to be comfortable in front of cameras, build out your packagings, build out your brands as authentic as possible. And even though I disagree with don't judge by the book by its covers, but I tend to believe that the covers actually matters, right? Because when I go to the bookstores and I see a book and so I hold those books, right? Wow, it's so beautiful. The first thing in that came in my mind, actually, wow, it's so nice, this book. The title, the coloring, wow, it's so fancy. And this will actually make me to turn over just to read out all these synopsis of the books, what is the book all about, right? Before I decided either to purchase it or not. This is a harsh truth. And similarly for your personal brand. If your personal brand actually relates to people, right? It doesn't need to be fancy, but we often choose the book that relates to us. Like for me, when I go to bookstores, when I see the phrase, how to talk confidently in front of the cameras, and it just relates me. It just relates and hits the spots. And I will hold that book, even though the packaging is not good, right? So this is what matters. The covers matters, but actually the way that you connect with your audience matters more. Hence, the key takeaway for you is that you need to build up your own personal brand. Find yourself, find your voice in a very simple manner that you are actually representing yourself instead of you imitating other speakers outside there. That you see that more successful than you and you want to become like them. Instead, when you're building your personal brand, you don't become like them, but you need to aspire to be like them, but in your own way, in your own style. Because at the end of the day, human is so unique, and those uniqueness actually makes it more beautiful, right? Your wife is your only wife, and there's no other wife outside there that can compare to your wife. And your husband is actually the only one in your heart. Because of what? Because it's so unique to you. That is his personal brand. And this is the moment that you take the brand just to put it on social media, just to connect with people and finding more opportunities outside there. Regardless of what you want to elevate your careers, you want to sell your product or services, personal brand is the way to do it. Because in the world of AI, AI can't replace your personal brand.